Global M&A in the payments sector has hit an all-time high this year, with deals totaling $46 billion so far, according to Deal Logic. Joining us now for outlook on where the payments sector will go next and how to invest there, the #1 rated payments analyst by Institutional Investor in 2017, Lisa Ellis from MoffettNathanson. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you. Thanks
and congrats on that distinction. So clearly, I mean, the deal activity speaks to the fact that this is a hot sector right now. It sort of combines all the buzzwords of fintech and mobile payments, but some of these stocks have had serious gains. Why?
Yeah, so it is exactly that. I think the big drivers in payments right now, one, emerging markets. We're seeing huge acceleration in the cash displacement trend in developing markets, where, there's still, like India, still over 90% cash, and there's huge initiatives there to drive out that cash. All the payments players play there. The other big one is e-com. I think it's often underappreciated how strong of an impact the shift to e-commerce has on payments, for the simple reason that all payments made online are done with a card. So it drives out a lot of cash.
Speaking of cards, can anything stop Visa or MasterCard? I mean, it seems like nothing can slow these stocks down.
I mean, look, they are, no question, the best long-term holdings in payments. They have compounded earnings over 20% for a decade, and we expect that to continue for at least another 5, realistically more like 10 years. They're the entrenched center and hub of the payment system.
Do you see any, and the only reason I ask this question is because I've heard it mentioned from some pretty smart investors along the way, that Bitcoin could be a threat to Visa and MasterCard?
Hey, look, Bitcoin is truly the only disruptive risk, in the sense that it is bringing a whole new type of payment system that is unbranded and public and decentralized. It doesn't have a centralized party the way that Visa and MasterCard are, that are running and maintaining the security of the network. It's the opposite of that. So it is really a disruptive risk. Now, it's nascent. A critical statistic, Bitcoin only processes about 7 transactions a second. Visa and MasterCard do 56,000. So we're still in what I'd call the early dial-up days.
Gotcha.
That's a good stat to remember. I noticed that you have you're neutral on Square, a stock that is up 150% over the last year. Why?
Yeah, look, Square is a really tricky one from an investment perspective. Extremely innovative company, huge growth runway, bringing their integrated POS systems to micro merchants. The complication with Square, in addition to simply the valuation, is, look, they're tied to bricks and mortar merchants, and they've struggled a bit with defensibility in their model, creating the competitive moat. There are literally hundreds of copycat systems like Square out there nowadays.
You speak of, another stock that you think has a moat, that's also had good gains, and we've talked about it a lot on Halftime in just the last couple of days, and that's PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal has more of a competitive moat than I think people appreciate. There's always a lot of investor fear about Amazon Pay, Apple Pay, Google Pay, the pays. The reality is, PayPal, we estimate, has over almost 50 times the volume of an Amazon Pay, because they've got 7-8 times the users and 7-8 times the merchants, and so just the network effects is a much deeper moat than is often appreciated. And as an investment, it's a pure play way to play e-com that's not Amazon, which makes it really attractive.
What about Alipay? I mean, that's dominant, right, in China.
Yep.
Any plans to expand? Is that going to be a threat?
Absolutely. We have them in our top 3 threats to this sector. Alipay is aggressively trying to expand out of China. The hotbed regions to watch are India, Indonesia, Thailand, where they are trying to replicate their model in those markets. It's early days there, but look, they own a majority stake in Paytm, which is the major wallet player in India, and they're going head-to-head with Visa, MasterCard, all the Western players in that market.
Must be fun to cover this space these days. So many stocks are working so well.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.